Hi guys, welcome to a very busy week. I've taken holidays, used up the last of my holidays for the year because we can't carry holidays or days over to the next year, so I must use it. So I'm only going back on Friday, so it's going to be a busy week. What I'm going to do now is I must make 15 little serving trays for a customer, and I'm using cypress wood. It's got quite a lot of, it's the first time I've worked with cypress now. And it's got the same smell as cedar. And it's a nice wood, it's a nice light color, and it's cheap at the moment. The customer wanted something cheap, it's just going to some function. So we're going to make 15 little boards or serving trays with handles and everything. I'll show you as we go. There's the cypress is lying there. I planed it this morning, so it's just cutting up and get it to size now at the moment. For a colleague at work, I must cut a bunch of door frame material that looks like this, that he needs to modify or change his cupboards in his house. So that I also got all the pine lying there that we must get out of this workshop this week. For our other customer, we must turn some spindles. I must turn one of these. It comes in, goes into some chairs. And this is a top little spindle where everybody grabs. And he's got a broken one. As well as this, also one that's broken. I must turn another one like that. These are both from Oregon pine that we have to make. For my daughter, I must make another 10 groom buddies. And then for Nicolene, I must make 50 little trophy stands. The office table needs to get out of the workshop this week. I've got a little bit of fine tuning on the drawers and stuff. And then a final wax, and then that is done. That can go out and we can get some space in the workshop. Then I also would like to do something in the workshop itself. Maybe some dust collection or some storage. Because as you can see, my French lead system, I've added so much little tools and everything that we have to change something and just make it better. But let's get the jobs done first. Let's get busy. So guys, little upgrade to the shop. I got from my friend Dolph a 3D printed vortex that connects up to the little Bosch dust collector or shop vac. And does it work? You'll have to wait till a bit later, then we'll show you whether it works or not. Because I promise you, that little machine, that thing's filter can clog up. Within a half a day, I've got that thing clogged up. So I think and I hope with this, it's going to be much better. But I'll show you a little bit later. Guys, all the boards are sized now, 400 by 250, I think. So now we have to cut little radiuses out of the corners, as per customer's request. So what I do is I mark 55 millimeters both sides, and then I take my very high-tech radius marking jig, put it on my marks, and draw my radius. Then from here, once I've marked all four, I'll take it to the bandsaw, cut out inside the line, and then on the bobbin sander, I'll sand up to the line. Let's get that far. So guys, each one of these boards that we made now gets handles this side and that side. And to do that, I use my Craig hardware jig. I've never used this before, so I hope I'm using it right. The way I'm doing it is I mark my centers. Sometimes the center is a little bit off, so I just divide the difference. I draw a line. And score a short line. So my jig is set up to 96 millimeter spacings, and it's got a center mark. I use a 4.5 millimeter drill bit, and I've put the backrest 25 millimeters away from the center hole. So from here to there will be 25 millimeters. So I put it up against the side, line the center up, the 0, with the line I just marked, and draw my 2 holes. So not only does this help make the spacing correct, but it also helps to drill straight or square into the wood. And that then is the holes for the handle. Do that another 30 times. Let's get this done. Okay guys, so that's the boards now done. The original quote was for 15 boards. I made a 17. I had enough wood. I'm not charging her for the extra 2. It's just a bonus. Got the handles. I'm not fitting the handles because the lady is going to laser a bunch of stuff on it, and then she can then fit the handles herself and do the varnishing. I also, in the back of the boards, I countersunk the holes so that the screw is long enough to protrude on the other side, and so that the board, when it lies on a surface, that it's not lying on the 4 screws. So that's done. The next job I have to do is, out of this wood that the customer dropped off yesterday, he wants me to cut little notches like that for him. So there's a whole bunch. I must split all of these in half, cut the notch on every one of them. That's quick. I'm just going to do that on the bandsaw. You will fine tune it then to fit the wood that he's got. So let me get this done quickly, get it out of the shop. That's all 16 of the leg tops cut, like the customer wanted. He can fine tune it now to whatever he wants to. All of this must still be planed and finished, so he will do that. I just cut the notches for him, or the, what do you call that, I don't know. But anyway, this Rhodesian teak is very hard, and it's hard on the blades. I've just cut them with a bandsaw, and that's now ready. Customer will come fetch it. The next thing now is these drawers on this office desk. Some of the drawers, as you can see, like that middle one, they go too deep. So I'm just going to put stops on the back to make sure they all stop on the surface. Then I'm going to give it a quick last wax, and then this job is done as well. Oh yeah, another thing I must do, I must put 2 wood inserts in there so that he can bolt down his press for when he's loading his ammunition. So this next job. So guys, we're starting to cut the door frame material for a friend of mine, and I planed this down to 20 millimeters now, and I need now to get at least one straight edge on all of them. Since I don't have a surface planer, I use the TS55 Festool just with a fence, but my rail is too short. This is 2.6 meters long, and my rail is 1.4 plus a 900, so it's too short. So I just use my tape measure to get a visual reference of how much I need to chop off. And as you can see, there's quite a difference. So now I have an idea of where to put my fence so that I don't have to cut twice. And then when I put my fence down, I don't lose so much material. Let me cut this, get this done. So guys, I've got all of them cut except this one. There's nothing I can do about this one. If I cut it straight, as you can see there where the tape measure is lying, I've got way not enough space or not enough stock left on this side. So hopefully my friend needs a few short ones, then maybe we can cut a few short ones out of this. But this board is a waste. So guys, another one of my customers brought some tops that he laminated. I'm just going to put them through the planer and get them smooth for him, because his laminations didn't come out too well. So they're going to make a kitchen top of this, and I asked them to keep it to 390 or 400 at most, because the capacity of my machine is only 400. So let's get this through the planer and get them smooth for him. So that's it. I've got them from this to that. Nice and smooth. They can sand and finish them now. I'm just going to wait for my customer to come help me, because this one is 3 meters long and I just scared on my own I'm going to damage it. So you must give me a hand so that you can put this one through. So guys, to get back to the big question, does the little 3D printed vortex work? I've cut quite a bunch of wood now on the miter saw. This is only connected to the miter saw. And I promise you, this thing, the filter usually clogs up so fast. And I had to make a plan. So my friend Dolph made me this. And let's see if it works. That is quite amazing. That is clear and clean. Let's see how much we've got. That is very good. So, yes guys, this will definitely save the little shop vac a lot. So, worth investing. Get yourself a 3D printed vortex. It's nice and small, it's compact. I'll have to change stuff up here now to make space for everything. But I'm happy with the idea.